All right, how do you take photos and videos? So, first thing, all of us aren't very good at it off the start. One thing I used to do to build my confidence, it may sound silly, but it worked. I would go to other coaches' pages, and at the time, Facebook was the only thing that existed. When I clicked on their photo, if you click the back arrow instead of the forward arrow, it would take you to their oldest photos. And when they first started coaching, and the photos were not very good. But that little trick really built up my belief, and I thought, hey, if they can do it, why can't I do it, right? So I wanted to share a couple tips with you, just beginner tips of how you can improve your photos just a little bit if you're like me and had no idea how to take a photo off the start. So first of all, I am on an iPhone. I like the iPhone. It works really compatible with my Apple laptop. I can send stuff back and forth. The camera's good, the video's good. It works with Instagram stories really well. So that's what I'm on. I also love that a lot of them have portrait mode where it kind of like blurs out the background, so really good photos there. It has a good timer. So that's what I am using. Another little trick is, so for example, if I am taking a photo, okay, let's do this. So this is not in front of any light, okay? See how it's kind of dark? So I could take a photo here, or I could simply walk over in front of a window and take my photo here, right? So much better. One thing you can do if you have a dark photo, so let's just take it here. This is me facing away. I want you to get the app Lightroom. So this is where I like to just brighten up my photos if they're a little bit dark. So let's just take, do I have an original? Okay, here's a good example. So we were at the water park. So it's still an okay photo, but what I can do, I can go into light and I can up the exposure and make it a little brighter, or I can play with the contrast a little bit. I can play with the highlights a little bit. So that's personally what I like to do, just to spruce up the photo a little bit, or at least brighten it up. So that app is called Lightroom. And again, you can play around with things here and all of that. What else did I want to say? Oh, if you come across, there we go, some posts on social media of people doing different poses, like a full body standing pose or something, and it caught your eye, screenshot it or save it just for an idea for a post for you, or a reel or a video. Because again, if you're like me, I had no idea what to do. So you can take a photo stretching your arm out like this. You could prop up your phone and just set the timer. That's super handy. You could take a video and then just screenshot a spot that you like, or I'm going to show you a couple little gadgets. Now, you do not have to buy these. If you do, save the receipt. This is an expense for your business, right? You're going to get, if you earn over $500, you're going to get a T4. That's in Canada. I'm not sure what it is in the US. At the end of the tax year, just like you would any other job. So this is an expense. So this is the ring light that I have at home. It stands like almost as tall as me. I can adjust the brightness. I can put my phone in there. So that's a good idea. Another thing I love is my tripod. That has come in super handy as well. If you're in the car a lot, I love this car mount. I actually use it in my gym space too, because it just suctions to the mirror. And I also love this little one. It just suctions to the car too. It's just super handy to take a photo, or when I'm listening to a podcast or whatever that may be. So those are some tips. Jot them down. Don't stress too much. When I started, I had no idea what I was doing, but it didn't matter. What I encourage you to do is take the focus off of getting like, what will people think of this photo? Will this photo work? Etc. And think of giving. Who cares what the photo's like? What's the value I'm giving in this post? Would somebody learn something? Like, am I sharing a book I read? Am I sharing what my daily routine now looks like and how it's different from before? Focus on giving instead of getting, and posting becomes so much easier.